Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. Alhamdulilah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi man wala. I'm actually on my way to Mu'tah in Jordan right now. We're in Al-Baqi and we're on our way to Mu'tah, close to the border of Saudi Arabia. This is where the famous Battle of Mu'tah took place. With my brothers here, Brother Hisham.
Assalamu alaikum.
Brother Amin. So, inshallah, I come to Jordan all the time, but this is a trip that I wanted to actually make it a point to go and see where many of these Sahaba are located. And subhanAllah, all of the Sahaba that we'll be visiting inshallah ta'ala and recording at are Sahaba we've covered in the series on the first. So we head to Mu'tah, and obviously the three commanders of the Muslim army that fell in Mu'tah, Zayd ibn Haritha radiallahu ta'ala anhu, Ja'far ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhu, and Abdullah ibn Rawaha radiallahu ta'ala anhu. We're going to go visit inshallah ta'ala where they're buried, and subhanallah, just a few reflections on the way, you immediately can just appreciate the difficulty of the journey here. You're in the middle of nowhere. It's mountains upon mountains upon mountains, just endless mountains. And the fact that they would have made this journey just with absolutely no air condition, no type of comfort from the elements. And you read about the hypocrites, for example, when they would say, "La tanfiru fil har," don't go out in the heat. And you imagine what it's like to make these types of journeys, under the hot sun in the middle of the desert, unfamiliar terrain, about to face an army that is exponentially larger than yours. And these people only feared Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and only sought the reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you really appreciate just the difficulty of these journeys and these ghazawat, these battles as they took place, especially against an empire like the Roman Empire, after they assassinated the messenger that was sent by the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So we're going to be inshallah ta'ala recording some of these locations. Personally, it's very something I've been looking forward to doing for a very long time. And I'll say that, when you talk about the visitation of these places, make it very clear that there's no particular ibadah, it's not to go and to perform any type of worship or supplication of asking for anything from them. In fact, it's going and seeking forgiveness for them, but also just gaining an appreciation for these places. And of course, there are sometimes excesses at the tombs of the Sahaba, the way that they're constructed and some of the actions that are performed nearby where the Sahaba are buried. But the Prophet ﷺ, it's very telling that his last two trips outside of his home sallallahu alaihi wasallam were in fact to visit the Shuhada of Uhud and then to go and to visit Al-Baqi. He made istighfar, he sought forgiveness for them, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So there's no doubt that when you go to these places, you gain a deeper appreciation for their sacrifices, and we always seek forgiveness for the companions when we say, may Allah be pleased with them, and we're grateful for their sacrifices that they made in this process. So inshallah ta'ala, I'll be shooting a few videos on the way, reflecting. So our first journey is to Mu'tah, which is in the south Jordan, and then we're gonna turn around and go for a few hours up north inshallah ta'ala to where Abu Ubaidah al-Jarrah radiallahu anhu is buried, as well as Mu'adh ibn Jabal radiallahu ta'ala anhu, those that passed away in the plague of Amwas. So inshallah, I pray that it's a fruitful journey, and that there's some benefit inshallah ta'ala that comes out of it. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be pleased with the family and companions of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and allow us to carry that spirit of commitment and sacrifice that they had. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.